Hi, this is Janet Wakeland with RemarkablyCreated.com and the Remarkable Stampers. Today, this ultra short My Digital Studio training tip will show you how to create a blog or a scrapbook page title, as well as how to create custom sized photos for layouts that you want to work with. So let's go ahead and get started. On the screen in front of you, I have My Digital Studio open, and I have an 8.5 by 11 page that I've worked with. On the screen, you'll see the topper that says RAD, Remarkable Achieving Demonstrators 2011. This is the My Digital Studio tag that I wanted to create for my demonstrators to use this weekend on their scrapbook layout. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead, and I personally always like to work with photo boxes when I'm working with cardstock. There's different ways to add cardstock to your paper, but this is my personal favorite way. And I like to work with my rulers, and I wanted this title to be 3 inches by 8.5. Next, we want to fill it with our cardstock. We're going to fill it with early espresso. The next thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to add chocolate chip stitching. I'm literally going to create a frame to work within, just like that. So I've got my first piece of stitching on. I'm going to copy it. And for me, I'm going to paste it. We're just going to move it down just like that. And then we'll go ahead and copy, paste. And next thing we'll do is we'll rotate it. And I'm personally not going to worry about that it's going off the edge, because I'm going to create a couple of them right on top of each other, so I'm not really worried about that at all. For me personally, for the way that I'm doing what I'm doing. You can, if you want to, resize your embellishment just by, if I wanted to, I could left click on it, and I could tell it that I wanted it 3 inches, the width, or excuse me, 8.5, and the height 3.0, and I want it to keep its proportions. And then it would resize it for me, okay? But I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about any of that at this point, because I know, again, that I'm going to be hiding them behind all the other pages. So then now the next thing that I want to do is I want to open my text box, and I found this really cool font that actually looks like Hershey Kisses, and the gals that I had here this weekend, my top achieving demonstrators, that are either my directs or dream builders, I took them to Hershey. So let me go ahead and KR Candy Kiss, I found at dafont.com, and now I can just go ahead, I typed it in 3 times, and now I just want to play with how big I want to make those kisses. Obviously a lot bigger than that, and even bigger than that, and I can even go bigger than that. You can type in the number that you want it to be if you want it to be larger. We're going to just go ahead and bring that down in here. I can change it to white. And then the next thing that I can do, and actually here, if you want, you can spell it out 3 letters individually. And then you want to create a second text box. Okay, undo, undo, undo. Sorry about that. Longer. I'm going to type in it using Divas. It's not the same font, but I just want you to be able to see it. And again, make it the color that you want it to be. I like that I can quickly make it white or black, and I can stretch this, and I can put it underneath. And so just like that, I can quickly and easily, and let me cut this and get rid of it for just a second. If I wanted to fill my entire page, I can go up here, Arrange, Select All, Arrange, Group, Copy, Paste. And now what I can do is I can fill my entire page with the same image over and over again. Okay? It works better when you start at the top because you can line one behind the other. Obviously, I didn't do it that way. The other My Digital Studio element on this is actually the photos. What I had was I had 6 3 3/4 by 2 3/4 photo boxes or mats that I wanted to put photos into. And I know that then I wanted to fill it with 2.5 by 3.5. Many times you will see what we call page maps in various scrapbook publications on various scrapbook sites, and they will have the very specific dimensions of a photo listed, or sometimes of a piece of paper or whatever. and that can easily be created again by working with your ruler and your photo box. So let's go to our blank page, and we're going to go to our photo box, and I'm going to bring my photo over. And I always like to work in just a little bit. I don't always like to work with my photos right to the edge. And so again, we're going to look at 1, 2, 3.5. And I'm going to come down, and I again like to just work with that ½ inch. And if you can see it on the screen, when I put my arrow on here, I get a little bit of a red line. That's the ½ inch mark. So I've got 1, 2, and if I drag up here, you see it coming up to 3. So now I have a 3.5 by 2.5 photo box. I'm going to copy that, edit, paste. Put the second one on my paper. Move it over just a little bit. I'm going to come over here. And now arrange, select all, arrange group, copy, paste, edit, paste. Now here's a little trick though. If you're doing it copy and paste by arranging it, you have to come up, select all, arrange, ungroup. While you have it grouped, you cannot add photos to it. And now I can come into my photos, and I can take an image and I can drag it into that box. I have the box size, the size that I want it. If I want to play with my photo a little bit, I can left click on it and just pull in the piece that I want and have OK. And as you see over here, I now have 6 photos that are sized precisely to the boxes that I created on my scrapbook page. The 6 white 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 squares that you see on my page. So it's really easy to create really quick custom squares and embellishment pieces using My Digital Studio. My Digital Studio is the perfect creative tool to have in your stamp room or scrap room to work with traditional scrapbooking and things like that. So have fun creating, guys. God bless.